the Tony Foundation you mentioned. I know people who have the mindset that, things like that are rigged, that, it's only for the rich, it's only for if you get connection, So it's...
But I hope you know that's not true.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Okay, because why I'm saying this is, when you mentioned the Apple, and I what came to my mind is, yes, but again, you have to understand that those people are in a system or in a country that things work. Let me give you an example. It's possible for me I want to start a barbering shop. Maybe I found out that there's no barbering shop where I'm staying, and I want to start a barbering shop. Normally, it will cost me maybe a particular sum of money, but first of all, I'm living in a country where power is a problem. It's different from the guy that is trying to start that same business in the United States. I want to start a pure water business. I don't just have to think about how to buy a freezer, but I have to think about how to buy a generator. In fact, let me give you a very concrete. I went to actually cut my hair, and somebody gave me a math of it. He says, do you know that an average barber spends nothing less than, approximately, if it's not exaggerating too much, 5,000 naira a day for gen? Let's just put it at that cap. 5,000 naira a day for gen. Then, so if you calculate that in a week, that should be running to 100 approximately. I can't do the math now. He said, do you know that if there is power, every day with that man cutting hair, 5,000 naira enter his pocket? So I don't know if you get my drift. So sometimes, yes, but I don't know, Sha.
Okay, so let me use your own example that you said about the barbering salon. You notice that there's a need in your area, and you want to start cutting people's hair. But obviously, you don't have that huge capital to get a shop, get the generator, get the clipper. A typical example of start small would be get the clipper and do home service. This is what I'm just thinking. And if you keep doing that, yes, for things like that, for businesses like that, you usually get funding from people who know you. A barbering salon, right? It's not something that will say, the Paystacks or the Andelas or the Flutter Waves. But this is just something small. So it's usually people who know you that see your drive, see how serious you are with what, and how you've used what you have. They say, okay, this guy. And then you approach them, you're like, please let me use you as an example. You see someone who's very dedicated in church doing something, maybe selling Zobo every Sunday without fail. And you know that she sells this thing Monday to Saturday somewhere else. And she approaches you one day for something like this, even if you're not able to help. But you've seen proof. Wouldn't you at least you even have a network, try to see what you can do. Call her, bring a business plan, let me see. Wouldn't you do that? Because you've seen proof. She has been doing it for about a year. Right? So some people just want something now. I've thought about the idea now and I want it now. They say it's millennial problem. I agree. I'm a millennial. It's our problem. I just thought about the barbering salon now. It must start in a grand style. Like we must do opening, red carpets. No. When you hear about the Cosmas Madukadem, how did they start? Maybe he said he was a spare parts dealer or something. But now he's the owner of Coscharis. Yes, Nigeria has changed. I'm still going to be talking about our reality. It's hard. But can we start small sometimes? Can we agree to start small sometimes? Can we agree that sometimes our big eye is also our problem? You said we should be honest now.
Yes. It's true.
We're youths, we know ourselves. Sometimes our big eye is our problem. He used an example, and I'm using it. Something as little as a barbering salon. You really know there's a problem. Why not hustle out money to just buy a clipper and start doing home service? You must not rent the shop first now. And you talk about the challenges. Please correct me if I'm wrong. How many barbering shops have registered themselves under CAC as a business? But America or abroad, you cannot operate as a business without certain licenses. But at least here we can get away with a few things. Especially a home service person. You don't even need to register or pay tax.
Even tax.
So we have some leeway as well in the midst of our own bad things. You can be operating for 1 year, 2 years before you then decide to, I'm going to register myself as a business.
Thanks a lot for that. You know, one other thing, like what happens, let me even use our church as an example. We run a microcredit program in church. Are we aware? Are we aware? Yes. Microcredit, small, small.
Yes.
Now, there's somebody that started small, like this, and I'm looking at her and I'm like, how do we progress this thing? She does kunu, tiger nuts. And she uses her hand, she does it manually. And she has applied for the microcredit several times. We've run different cycles with her, and it's so beautiful. It's great because she turns over the money and she's still doing her work. And I'm thinking, how do we progress this thing? So that she can now, have it automated, because in that way you have more people trusting what you sell. Because sometimes I don't even buy sometimes, because I'm like, how did they process this thing? So you have more people buying this thing if it is processed. Now there are other things of, okay, now I have to have NAFDAC. So I'm thinking about it with her. So you can actually start from somewhere. You can actually start from somewhere. Imagine people that sell clothes also. Just think about anything, any business. They start from their immediate environment. The people they know, little by little. There's even somebody else too. I'm just praying for that breakthrough. And I've taken her product and I've shown her product to the deputy governor's daughter because she's a friend. And deputy governor has also talked about, oh, can somebody provide this thing for me in this association? Now, she does not belong to that association. And I'm saying, okay, so how do we connect this thing? I want to help this lady outside this. We're still at it. It could take some time, right? But the truth is, start from that immediate environment, that little thing. Do it well. Do it well. Don't be in a hurry to quickly, let's get this thing done. Will it work? It won't work. Okay, I've moved. Yeah.
We want something that will blow fast now. Yeah. Okay, so let me just quickly ask this question. First one here says, please counsel on maintaining a business. It's one thing to start with the idea in your mind, but many struggles with keeping up. So, I don't know.
Okay, yes, truly. Many businesses go on the ground after some time. There are fundamentals. Some people don't like to think their business through. An ordinary business model canvas. You see that thing of saying, why do I need a business plan? I don't need a business plan. It's faulty thinking. Business model canvas, just Google it. It helps you to think about your business in the various aspects of the business. Your customer, your market, the resources you need, the various supports you need, financing. So just use a business model canvas first and think about your business. Now, when you've thought about it, put it down and start implementing that thing you have put down. Also, connect with your support group. There are some support system every business needs. Every business needs support. Are there associations of people in that same business? The challenges that they had gone through, you don't have to go through it. You can learn from their challenges and ensure that those things don't hamper your business. So connect with people in the same circle as you are. That is very important. You can learn from one another. Simple things as even your bookkeeping. Some people, they do business, don't have records of anything. Before you know, they've eaten their capital. Before you know, there's no money to reinvest into the business. So those little things like even paying yourself, so you don't say, this business, now my own. So I take everything that comes in, you consume everything. So there are little fundamentals, as simple as even paying yourself and living within your salary in the business. It is your business, but use what is for the business, and what is for you. So separate your personal and your business money. And then this aspect of documenting your business idea, thinking through it. Just use the business model canvas. Just Google it. Business model canvas. Just use it. And then ensure that you continue to connect with support groups. Every business needs a support. know also what's happening globally, get information. What's happening, what has evolved. Like in the finance space now, there's a lot of change. There's a lot. Even the conventional finance institutions are fighting those in digital space. Fighting seriously because things are changing, they're evolving. So find out what's evolving, what's happening in your space.
Okay, thank you very, very much. Our time has really, really gone. And so, man, I have so many things I wanted us to talk about, but we have spent so much time. So, but I'll just allow you to say one or two things so that we can wrap it up. But let me just add this as you say your summary. Is there, how do I put it? Is there anything like a bad idea or a bad skill to learn? Like, I've heard people say, okay, I want to go and learn a skill, and you hear, okay, what do you want to go and learn? I want to go and learn makeup. I want to go and learn tailoring. And I know people that frown against that. Like, you mean like now, like in this time, you want to go and learn makeup, you want to go and learn this. So, is there anything like a bad idea or a bad skill? Then you can answer and also summarize. Thank you.
Okay, when you said bad, I was thinking maybe you were talking spiritually.
No. No, like legally now. Yes, legally.
So legal thing. Okay,
yes.
So what you mean is,
like
what you were trying to say is profitable, basically.
Yes, or like maybe how relevant is it going to be in the next one? If you can learn this now, let's say you start making some bucks, but how relevant is this thing going to be in the next 1 year or 2 years? So is there anything like it's old? People don't do that anymore.
So it's still the same profitability we're talking
yes,
about.
yeah.
So, and some people might think that the makeup space is saturated, right? And we have like everybody's a makeup artist now.
Exactly,
so how can you now want to start your own makeup business, or is now you want to start learning? Or some people say, oh, everybody's a tailor now, so now you won't go learn your own. I mean, now you won't go fashion school. So Mrs. Hansen has already said, evaluate your ideas, the business model canvas. In that business model canvas, I believe that there's a place for competition. So when you evaluate anything you have, right, evaluate it, put it in that template. That should already tell you or should give you an idea if this is a good idea, profitable, or it may not be profitable. I mean, now I'm just assuming you just want to gain a skill for money's sake, not because of passion. No, I'm not assuming passion needs, but just for money, because we're talking finances now. So put it in that plan, put it in the canvas. That canvas should tell you what is the market size like, how many, what is the competition out there, what percentage of the market am I looking to capture? Is this realistic? So think it through. I cannot answer that question for you. Nobody can answer the question for you. There's somebody who will start today as a makeup artist, start learning today, and might be the biggest thing 2 years' time. There might be a reason. There might be something she put in there, something innovative that she put in her model, in her business model, that you did not think about, I did not think about, some other makeup artists did not think about, right? So look at the market space, look at your competition, look at what am I offering. I think that's going to help you.
So as a parting word, and in adding to the discussion on skill, don't just jump at things. Don't jump because my friend is doing this, so I jump. What gap have you identified? You know, adding to what gap? What is the thing? Even in that makeup space, or even in that tailoring. Like right now, fashion designing is a big deal. Really, it's a big deal. It's no more about cutting, and it's a big deal. Are there people that there are some shops now that have been going to China to replicate, you know, to do mass production? So they have a model and then they want to replicate that model, and then is there somebody you can connect with? And so that's why you now want to learn that skill. There's somebody I know that's in the fashion space. She's doing big, really big. And she's looking at, she doesn't just do ordinary tailoring. She's into fashion designing. And then she also does couture. So she's specific, she provides you a specific need. And she's connecting she did some business with some people in the US. Yeah, it was in the US, and they were doubting that this thing came from Nigeria. She does not does wedding gowns also. She does not buy fabric that is beaded fabric, but they made beaded fabric. They bead. So I told her, I said, why would you bead? She said, yes, because it has, all I have bought have failed me before now. So I have beaders. Imagine, I have beaders. And her work is meeting international standards. So what is the gap you've identified that you're learning that skill to close? There must be a gap you have identified. Don't just close that gap by learning that skill that will help you close that gap.
Oh, thank you very much. Please, let's put our hands together for them. Thank you very much. So in summary, for those of you taking notes, number one, think of a gap. Think of something you can feel. Think of a problem you can solve. When you think of it, when you think of the problem, you think about the solution. When you have your idea, put it down. Put it down on the business canvas. Plan so that you can foresee both the opportunities, the challenges, and everything that will come ahead. Then connect, be aware, so that you can, know what is happening in that space, in that industry, and all. I don't think, if I've missed any other thing, look at your note. Amen. Thank you very much. Please, let's put our hands together for them again. Thank you. Thank you very much. At this point, I think I'll call the president. Okay, let me just make a quick announcement before the president comes to close us. Tomorrow is for us as a church, as youth in NCBC, is like our own way of taking this week to a cloud 9. So tomorrow we are having the worship and impartation service. We'll be starting by 5:30 p.m. as usual. Please come with someone. I bet she's going to be a huge blessing to your life. Amen. Please, let's welcome our president. Thank you very much, too.
Thank you so much, Auntie Peace and Akilachi. Thank you. We were blessed. Okay, just to add a little bit to what Victor said, the impartation night is for everybody. It's not only for youths. So let's all come.